Daisy, get down.
But no, I have to lay right on top of you so I make sure that nobody leaves me.
Daisy, get down.
Daisy, get down.
Daisy, get down.
I'm excited with Angel's kids today.
We're doing a bike competition.
A bike competition?
We use bike to scooters and then we do a competition. I'm the judge.
Could we leave your scooter at Nana's?
But don't worry, I have my bike there.
Okay. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, and I'm kind of gonna use my bike because I want her to be with me.
And put her in the basket. You have to make sure you don't get bossy.
Okay, Mom, when we buy my bike, it's okay if mine has a basket.
Yeah.
Okay, because I kind of like baskets.
But it's not going to have training wheels.
I know.
And you're going to do awesome, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We'll learn on the grass.
Okay. But I'm probably not going to ride my bike down hills.
Have you been playing school again?
Yeah.
What were you guys learning this time?
It was the first day of school. We didn't really learn anything. I was about to learn shapes.
You just got to know everybody.
Uh-huh.
Daisy is dirty.
Oh, they're practicing their handwriting. I haven't collected their names yet.
Oh.
I was demonstrating it. And my name was Sarah in the game. And look how neatly I spelled Sarah.
Put it down a little bit. That looks really good. Good job.
Thanks. I was demonstrating it to them.
You were what?
I was demonstrating.
That'll be good.
Look, she's doing the splits. Oh! She do a cartwheel. Oh, did you see her ear?
Yeah.
Okay,
Her head looks huge compared to yours.
Oh, you're so
Please
poopy.
bet me.
What's up, poopy kisses? Yeah, poopy kisses.
All right, time to get up. So the surgeon was just here. They don't like me to film, but he was sitting right there in that chair, and they gave me some more paperwork to read through, and I'm feeling pretty good. The surgeon was just here, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. I really like him, and he has a resident that works with him, and I really like her too. Am I covering this up? So they answered all my questions, and it looks like we're looking at surgery mid-January, which it kind of sucks that it's that far away, but I've got a lot of preparation to do.
Clinic here, okay. But I want to go through some of these things. So first of all, the pre-op diet. This is just 2 weeks before surgery, okay?
I was way nervous about this one.
Okay. So 2 weeks before surgery, we have you do this diet. The important parts to remember are that we want you to be eating 800 to 1200 calories per day and having at least 60 grams of protein per day.
Okay.
I've crossed out this word liquid here because it's not purely a liquid diet.
And then no active ulcers or gastritis, so he'll be doing the upper endoscopy to make sure everything's good in there before he gets in and
Okay. Cool.
No history of smoking, or at least smoke-free for greater than 6 weeks.
Yep.
We require your smoke-free for 3 months before you join.
I've been smoke-free my whole life, so we're good.
Start now.
We're going on 33 years, so.
Start now.
No drug or alcohol abuse in your history, or at least free for greater than a year.
Yep.
And then psychiatric evaluation.
And I'd like you to tell me, you feel that sharp sensation?
Yes.
Let me know when you can feel that same feeling.
Like sharp? Right there.
Sure.
Like
okay.
right here.
Okay.
Yeah. About right there.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if I just expected it to be a super quick process or what, but I'm way frustrated because I just found out that it's going to be March before I can have surgery because of all the stuff that I have to do prior. So, yeah. The 5-year-old in me wanted to kick and scream and throw a tantrum, but that's not going to get me anywhere. So, I'm just frustrated. I had plans. Anyway, but there's more about the appointments that were awesome and great and wonderful, but I'll get into it later because I'm still at the hospital. Here at University Hospital, we have valet parking. Nifty tickets And then when you're all done, you scan it over there. And then you sit here and wait for them to come in and call your name. This hospital is amazing. They just rebuilt the front part about a year ago. So it's nice. At least it's not horrible and dark and unappealing. And sometimes they have a piano player that makes it seem all upbeat and cheery. But I'm grumpy, so I could really use the piano player right about now. Oh, here comes Mom. Did you find it okay? What? The bathroom? Okay, I talked a while ago about the swap that I'm in. It's called a Polaroid block greeting swap, and you do these little Polaroid quilting blocks, and there's 20 people in your group, and you send 20 out and you get 20 back, and so then I guess you can put them all together and make a cute little quilt. But I got one in the mail today, at least that's what I think it is. So, oh, look at this card. That's very cute. Okay. Oh, cute. Look at the block. She put it in this cute little cellophane bag. And it's the Little Mermaid. Isn't that cute? I love this. Melissa, I'm so excited to collect all these lovely little treasures made by everyone. Thanks for all your lovely stitching in advance. Shelly, golden and delicious. That's fantastic. Look at her handwriting. She has the most pretty handwriting. Yay! Thank you, Shelly. This is my favorite. I've only gotten 3 so far, and this one's my favorite, I think, of the 3. I like it. She's a little bit naked, but that's okay. This will be a PG-13 quilt. I wonder if they even have naughty quilts. I don't know. Okay, so we're home. Came home, took a nap, picked up the kiddo, did some housework, and now I finally can sit down and tell you about my appointment. So I met the surgeon. He is a little bit younger than I thought. Has a little bit of a big ego, but that's all right. Met his resident, met the physician's assistant, the surgical coordinator, the program director, the nutritionist, the wellness coach, and a couple of other different people. There was a lot of people in and out. The appointment was about 4 hours long. Got all my questions answered and feeling a little bit more at ease. I was super nervous about a couple of things like pain management and the 2-week liquid diet before. But as I said earlier, the 2-week pre-op diet is not that bad. It's like a shake for breakfast, a shake for lunch, and then you get like a small dinner and a couple snacks. So it'll be fine. You just go down to 800 calories. So anyway, and then met the nutritionist, and I have to go to a bunch of nutrition courses between now and surgery. So the discouraging part of everything was I was thinking, after all the reading and stuff, I was thinking surgery was going to be in January, and it looks like surgery is going to be in March. So that was kind of like, are you freaking kidding me? But it is what it is, and no amount of whining or temper tantrums that I throw is going to get it any sooner, so whatever. I also have to have a procedure done in December. It's called an endoscopy, where they're going to go in and take a look at my esophagus and my stomach and stuff and make sure everything's copacetic. I also, at the end of the appointment, got invited to be in a study for nerve encephal. They're doing this study between, like, the correlation between non-diabetics and nerve something and in bariatric patients. I don't know. Anyway, so the guy came in and he talked to me for like 45 minutes, and the study would be like me going back and forth to the hospital that's 30 minutes away from my house, like twice a month for the next 6 months. And they do these little biopsies, and then they put this patch of like capsaicin, which is the stuff you find in like Icy Hot, on your skin for 48 hours. And then they take more biopsies, and they have you do like those diabetic glucose tests where you drink that stuff and whatever. And it's a pretty involved study. And I am all for helping people in the, I've been in 3 different studies in the last 6 months up at the hospital. They're always, since it's a teaching hospital, they're always doing all sorts of different studies. So as he got into it, like at first I was like, okay, yeah, I think, I'd be interested. So then he started talking about it and got really, really into it. And I was like, I thought, holy cow, that's pretty involved. And so, Then he started talking that during my bariatric surgery, they're going to take a biopsy. They want to take a biopsy of my liver, a biopsy of the fatty tissue around my stomach, and a couple more biopsies. And then I still have to continue with them 6 months after my surgery for more stuff. So it's really involved. And so I was like, well, okay. And then I was like, well, not to sound bratty or anything, but what's the compensation for this? There's no compensation at all. In other studies, I've been fine to do because, you know, it's just little things here and there. Oh, let's take your blood while you're at this appointment. And then for another study, I wore a Fitbit for 2 months, and that was, you know, and that's not a big deal, but this is a huge deal. Like, I don't make a lot of money, so, you know, going back and forth to the hospital is kind of a big deal gas-wise, and then they take little biopsies of your skin, so you'd have to get those, and you'd have little, you know, scars everywhere. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a brat, but it's way too involved for zero compensation. He was like, we just don't have enough money for monetary compensation, which makes sense to me, but I'm just not the candidate for that. So I felt kind of bad saying no, but I was like, no, this is already pretty involved. I'm gonna have to pass on this one. So feeling good, pissed off that my surgery isn't gonna be till March. But like I said, it is what it is. I am kind of being a baby about it, I think. But I'm mad. Like, I want to yell a little bit. I actually started crying. So one thing you should know about me is when I get really pissed off, I don't yell and scream, I cry. And so then it makes me just look like a huge baby. And so after, it was the financial coordinator who told us that it was going to be February, March, like, and she said it so like nonchalantly. She's like, okay, so we'll do this, this, and this, and then you have this, and so we're looking end of February, beginning of March. And I was just like, I'm sorry, what now? But I didn't really say anything. I was just like, oh, okay. And then she left the room, and I like looked at my mom, and I'm like, what? And I said, end of February, March? I was thinking like January. And she's like, well, it is what it is. And, you know, and I was like, no, let me be pissed about it for a second. And so then by the time the next person came in, they do these appointments, they're like well-oiled machines. Like, one person comes in and they have like this magnet that says who's in the room that they stick on the side of the door. And then when they leave, they take their magnet, and then the next person comes up and puts their magnet on. So we only had maybe a minute in between the financial coordinator leaving and then the next person coming in. And by the time the next person came in, like, I was like furiously like wiping away tears, and she's all, what's wrong? And I was like, I'm kind of pissed. And she's like, what's the matter? Tell me. And I said, I'm angry because I thought my surgery was going to be like January, and now they're talking at beginning of March. And she was like, yeah. She's all, that's kind of what they leave out of the packet, is the like little nitty gritty of things, is, you know, you have to get through all of this, then you have to have your psych evaluation, and then you have to wait at least 3 weeks, and then you have your pre-op appointment, then you have to wait 3 weeks more for authorization, and then you have your surgery date. And I was just like, whoa. They should put that in the fine print. Anyway, like I said, it is what it is, but I'm the kind of person, if I go into something expecting it to be this one specific way and it gets changed, then I just kind of go off my rocker. I don't know if it's a trauma thing or if it's an I'm a crazy psycho thing or what it is, but that's, yeah. So I need to stop planning, because then I won't be so disappointed. Whatever. It is what it freaking is. So I just need to get over it. But I have a lot to do in the meantime. There's tons of nutrition courses that I'm required to go to. I have to do a couple exercise things. So the wellness coach is going to email that exercise person and say, no, this doesn't work out. Let's try something else. So I may get to meet with her again. And if not, then they're going to email me a plan, or we can just go over it. And then I have to have the endoscopy. I'm seeing a podiatrist next month because I've had 2 surgeries on my one foot, and it kills. So I have to go back to him, and I'm hoping, crossing my fingers that I don't have to have another foot surgery, because that's just enough surgery. Bariatric surgery will be surgery number 13, and it just needs to be done. So I've learned in the past couple of weeks that people who have experienced major trauma in their life, and if they keep it inside, it can make them physically ill. So that like all the physical ailments that have happened over time, a lot of it can be caused by the stuff that I kept in. Interesting. The more you know. Nixon came to visit. Go, I am not a crook.
I am not a crook.